The continuous disposal of waste from the Regional Processing Centre in Manus is becoming an environmental hazard. It also raises concerns amongst the people of Los Negros, where the state land that is leased specifically for agriculture is now used as a dumping site. Member for Manus, Ronnie Knight, has questioned why the Department of Environment and Conservation has given the permit for this to go ahead, and has called on both the Australian and PNG governments to address this issue urgently. Jason Gimawuri reports.
Mr. Knight said that previously the processing centre had a dump at Lombrum which was on customary land and as such had landowner issues to it. The dumping ground was then moved to Salame on certain agricultural blocks leased to locals on Los Negros. However, this seemingly has caused more harm than good to the future of the blocks. Mr. Knight confirmed that they had advised the Department of Environment to conduct an investigation into this, but was surprised to learn that the department had given the permit.
We now have ruined agricultural blocks because they're also dumping of toxic waste into certain blocks at Salame, which they're just covering up. Why don't they just get an industrial incinerator and burn everything like everybody else does? It may cost you a couple of million kina, but I think that in the long run, some smart lawyers for Manus may in the future see the environmental damage and sue Australia and our government for allowing it to happen. And I think that is a very serious problem that's going to happen in the future. And I'm putting Australia and Papua New Guinea on note that these issues have to be dealt with. Department of Environment and Conservation has given permits for these people to dump waste in these areas. Under what conditions? And I think that a thorough investigation has to be made.
He described Los Negros as a unique place that had underground water suppliers, reservoirs and freshwater lakes which may be endangered and contaminated with the continuous dumping of waste. Mr. Knight has put those that are benefiting on notice to urgently respond to the environmental concerns of his people.
I want to put Australia and those that are benefiting on notice that they are responsible for this, and if there are any environmental concerns and problems, they shall feel the full brunt of the law and they shall meet the cost of repairing those problems that they are involved in creating. Australia has totally ignored our people's issues and needs to be aware that the people of Manus are not going to be silent much longer here.
His calls were also supported by Mokoran councillor and landowner representative George Lokowa, saying that they will support their leader and ensure these issues are dealt with accordingly. Jason Gimawuri, NBC National News, Port Moresby.